I'm really excited you've chosen to learn WordPress, and I'm even more excited that you've chosen my course to do it. WordPress is a fantastic platform, and you're going to have a great looking website in no time at all. But let's have a quick introduction. I want to tell you who I am and what this course is going to cover. So who am I? Well, I'm going to be your course tutor for this course, and I'm an ex-science teacher. I've taught in schools in Birmingham, in England, and I've also taught in Spain and where I live now in Tenerife. I was teaching children from the age of about 11 up to 18, just before university. However, back in 2000, 2001, I wanted to make a change, and I looked into earning a living online. I've actually been earning a living online since 2002. Most people that have heard of me will know my site, easyseonews.com, and this is a site I set up way back in 2003, although it was under a different domain name then. And on that site, I've been teaching SEO since 2003. You can actually see my very first newsletter over here, newsletter number 1, published on the 15th of October 2003. So that's over 11 years ago. I've been using WordPress since 2004, and I've been using it exclusively since that time, creating websites for myself and for other people. Finally, I'm also an author. I've got books on Amazon Kindle and in paperback on WordPress, on SEO, on CSS, and a whole host of other webmaster-related activities. All of that drawing upon my experience as a science teacher. So that's a brief introduction of who I am. Let's have a look at WordPress and who uses WordPress. Well, first, I do. There I am over there having a sneaky pint while I was in the Black Country Museum in the West Midlands. But who else uses WordPress? Well, there are actually WordPress sites written in over 120 different languages, and there are tens of thousands of WordPress sites being created every day. English is the number one language for WordPress sites with 71%, followed by Spanish at 5%, and then surprisingly Indonesian at 2.5%. But you can see there that there are some well-known brands that also use WordPress. So why would you use WordPress? Well, the first thing is WordPress is free and it's open source. That means you don't have to pay for it. You're going to get updates pretty much forever, and there's a huge community there supporting the software. Secondly, it's got a what you see is what you get editor for adding your content. That basically means you've got your own little word processor built into it, where you can align text, format it, insert media. And it can handle a whole host of different types of media: images, sound files, video files. WordPress is extremely powerful, and if you find that it can't do something, then there are things called plugins which probably can. If you know how to set WordPress up, it's also search engine friendly, and Google does actually like WordPress. It seems to rank WordPress sites very highly, but maybe that's because there are so many of them around now. WordPress makes managing your site a breeze. You can easily add images, add posts, add other content to your site. You can change things around, all within the WordPress dashboard. Despite what you might have heard, WordPress is actually safe and secure if you set it up right, and we'll show you how to do that. WordPress is flexible enough to create just about any type of site. You want to create a blog, fine. If you want to create an affiliate site, fine. E-commerce site, you can do that as well. And WordPress is mobile friendly. A lot of that comes down to the themes that you use, but I'll show you where you can get great themes that will look great on any size device: mobile phone, a large laptop, a tablet. And WordPress is mature. It's been around since the early 2000s. That means it's had time to sort out problems. It's had time to add the features that people want, and it's developed into a fantastic tool. My top reason for using WordPress is simpler than all of those. Once you set WordPress up, WordPress will take care of the technical aspects of your site, leaving you to concentrate on great content. It's the content your visitors come for. It's the content that makes your site. The rest, well, leave WordPress to handle that. The very first thing we're going to do is find a domain name, and I'm going to show you how I find a domain name, and it's not the way that most people find them. Once we've decided on the domain name, I'm going to order that through a domain registrar, and then I'm going to hook it up with my web hosting. Once WordPress is installed, we're going to log into the dashboard. That's the area that you log into to manage your WordPress website. We're going to clear out some of the stuff that WordPress installs by default, because it installs posts, a page, comment, a few things which are only there as a demonstration for you, so we need to clear those things out. And then we're going to have a look at the what you see is what you get editor, and how to use that to craft and design your posts and pages. Once you're familiar with the dashboard and the layout of everything, we're going to have a look at the settings in WordPress, because we need to set WordPress up so that it behaves properly and that the search engines will like your site. And there are a lot of settings, and we'll cover all of them, but with a special emphasis on the ones that are the most important. We'll then move on to look at posts and pages, and these are the two main types of content you can have on your site, and they're slightly different. A lot of people do get confused on what a post is compared to a page. How do they differ? What have they got in common? And we'll look at all that, and I'll show you when to use posts and when to use pages. We'll pay special attention to the home page, which is a special case, and you've got a couple of options for setting that one up. We'll also set up some essential pages, like a contact page, an about us page, and we'll look at how you can create a blog on your website. It might be that that's what you want your website to be, just a blog, or it might be that you want a different type of website with a blog attached, and we'll look at those different options. We'll look at using categories to create silos on your site and why that's a good idea. And we'll see how to use categories properly so that you don't get into trouble with the search engines, because if you use them incorrectly, it's quite possible you're going to have a lot of duplicate content on your site, and Google's not going to like that. We'll look at website navigation, in other words, how people are going to find their way around your site, and we're going to set up a website navigation that is intuitive and easy for your visitors. We'll have a look at WordPress widgets, and you can think of those as little features that you can plug in to various parts of your website. You can usually plug them into the footer or the sidebar, or even somewhere within the content of an article. We'll change the look of the site using themes, and we'll have a look at where you can find themes. And we'll look at plugins, and this is where a lot of the power of WordPress comes in, because plugins allow you to extend the features of WordPress. If you want to do something and WordPress doesn't do it already, then you can find a plugin that does. We'll discuss WordPress comments. These are vital for a successful site because you need visitor interaction. And this is also important for the search engines. They want to see that your site is being used and visited and commented and interacted by the people that come to your site. And we'll also look at WordPress security, how to secure your WordPress installation so that it's not hacked. By the end of this course, not only will you be comfortable using WordPress, but you'll be quite happy to show other people how to use it, and you'll be something of an expert. If you follow this course, by the end of it, you'll have a great looking website. So with that all said, let's get on.